Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a quick update regarding what happened with Nickmerc and Call of Duty, Activision, Blizzard, all of these people. His friend TimTheTatMan has actually come out and finally made a statement that I covered in the last video talking about to Call of Duty. They should remove his bundle because his friend Nickmerc got his bundle removed, and he feels like if his friend doesn't have his bundle available anymore, then he wants his bundle removed as well in a form of solidarity to stand with Nickmerc, obviously. Now, apparently, Activision Blizzard has responded and officially removed TimTheTatMan's operator bundle in less than 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Activision Blizzard is doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on everything that they have been basically accused of by removing TimTheTatMan. So we're going to get into this article, guys, but of course, before we do, just consider giving this video a like to push us out into the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing because we're on our way to 25,000 subscribers. It says TimTheTatMan wants his Call of Duty operator removed after streamer Nickmerc's bundle was delisted following his controversial anti-LGBTQIA tweet. Now, this article is obviously from Game Rant. This is a shill media website. This is a website that obviously is okay with kid diddling, so just make that very clear. And I like reading their articles because you can see the absolute bias in what they try to report on, and we get to make fun of it, of course. And on this channel, we are very much about talking about what these companies love to shill for. You know, on my Twitter, if you're not following me on my Twitter, I've been literally going at Twitch partners because all these Twitch partners are coming out of the woodwork, trying to maintain their status quo, talking about, oh, this was very anti-LGBTQIA, when it honestly was one of the most simplest statements that you could possibly make with a very definitive meaning. And they're all trying to say, well, what do you really mean by that? What do you think it means? It means leave kids alone, leave kids out of any kind of sex talk, straight LGBTQ. It doesn't matter. If they're too young for it, they should not be involved whatsoever. But neither here nor there. Let's get into the article. It says YouTube personality TimTheTatMan has asked for his Call of Duty operator bundle to be removed following Activision's delisting of Nickmerc's operator bundle on the heels of streamers' anti-LGBTQIA comments. Earlier this year, it was announced that TimTheTatMan is working on a battle royale game with Ninja and other top streamers set to release sometime in 2024. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make something very, very clear for the idiots in the back who are like, oh, this was definitely anti-LGBTQIA. No, ladies and gentlemen, it was not. Quite simply, this is exactly what we mean by leave the kids alone, people, okay? If you're a Twitch streamer, if you're a Twitch partner and you're trying to maintain your status quo because you don't want to receive any backlash, because you don't have any fucking spine in your body, if you're that kind of person that's perfectly fine with the image you see on screen, you can kindly go fuck yourself. I will constantly call you out because you deserve it. You are choosing money over the protection of a child like this, all because, you know, you think these people are being family friendly. You think this whole thing is family friendly. These are people experiencing some sort of BDSM kink or dog. I don't even know what the hell this is called. And this kid is right in front of them playing with this. I can't even. It says, making his Twitch debut back in 2012, TimTheTatMan became one of the most popular and well-known personalities on the online platform before signing an exclusive contract with YouTube in 2021. After establishing a career built in large part of his streams of various first-person shooters, earlier this year, TimTheTatMan finally made his first appearance as a playable character in one. As part of the latest group of pop culture figures to show up in Activision's hit franchise, TimTheTatMan and Nickmerc operator skins were added to Call of Duty Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2 in May, giving fans of the two popular streamers a chance to play as their digital doppelgangers. Now, with all of that aside, none of that matters because at the end of the day, this conversation is not about their skins. Nobody cares about their skins in general. Everybody cares about what the removal of the skins represents, right? So it's not about, oh, the skins are gone and I wish I could have bought it. Very few people are probably saying that. It's all about, wow, you removed it because this guy literally just said, leave the kids out of sex talk. That's like the weirdest thing. But again, Activision is known for having a ton of different controversies bundled up with their company. As many of you know, we made tons of videos about what Activision Blizzard was accused of, all the allegations that came out within the company. We talked about this many times to nausea. So all these people who are also on Twitter trying to cope with this entire situation, like, oh, so it takes this to make you guys want to do something, but where were you when Activision was being accused of different kind of allegations? And I'm like, well, if you look at my channel, you'll see plenty of videos talking about those allegations. So yes, I made videos about that, and I'm making videos about this too. But these people don't live in reality. That's the problem. They live in a place where they're totally fine with letting companies send this message that it's okay to mess with kids, and that's the issue that a lot of people are having with this predicament. It says in a new post on his Twitter account, TimTheTatMan has asked for Call of Duty operator bundle to be taken out of the game following the removal of Nickmerc's operator bundle earlier this week. This tweet highlighted the friendship between the two streamers, with TimTheTatMan stating, it feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. The operator bundle for Nickmerc was removed from Call of Duty after the streamer made a tweet that appeared to show support for a group of anti-LGBTQ LGBTQIA protesters who attacked demonstrators outside Glendale, California school board meeting. This entire thing is a shill article, ladies and gentlemen. That is not what happened. These people were protesting the fact that there was sexual indoctrination and sexual discussion happening for kids that are extremely, extremely young. Those parents were not there protesting against LGBTQIA. Those parents were there protesting against sex with kids. That is what they were protesting. It even says it on their t-shirts. It even says it on their posters that they were holding up. But of course, these show media websites want to make it into a grand thing because not only are they okay with this stuff, but it has to do with the fact that they want to push the narrative of victim mentality that happens within the LGBTQIA activist community. It's all about victimhood points. It's all about oppression. They got to be the top most oppressed people in the world, even though they have literally almost half the year dedicated to them, even though so many organizations are flying solely their flag. There's companies and buildings out there that have removed the American flag to fly the pride flag. Tell me you're oppressed again. Tell me you're oppressed again. I'm going to laugh in your face. It says the controversial tweet stating that members of the LGBTQIA community should leave children alone came during Pride Month and as members of the community have increasingly become the target of attacks and violent rhetoric throughout the United States. What attacks, by the way? What attacks? Can you showcase those attacks? Because the fight that happened between the parents and the LGBTQ people, nobody knows who threw the first punch. Nobody knows at all. The fight just broke out, and there's no way you could tell which side started which. And if you look at the pictures regarding the event, you'll see the cops facing the side of the LGBTQ people, which tells me they were the ones that were being violent. But again, tell me what attacks, because you want a show like this, of course, Game Rant. You want a show like this and say there's attacks and violent rhetoric. What violent rhetoric? What violent attacks? Can you show me what violent attacks? Because I could show you tons of violent attacks from peaceful protests that happened for many years. So please tell me, what attacks have you seen? What attacks are you speaking of when you always make these general bland statements to try to push a victim narrative? Tell me, explain to me. So it says, although TimTheTatMan's request to have his operator skin removed from Call of Duty may come as a surprise to some gamers, he isn't the first high-profile content creator to come to Nickmerc's defense following the streamer's controversial comments. Fellow YouTube streamer Dr. Disrespect uninstalled Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in protest of the removal of Nickmerc's skin and called for an apology from the game developers. No stranger to controversy himself, Dr. Disrespect had his E3 badge revoked in 2019 after the streamer filmed people using a public restroom at a now defunct gaming trade show. Well, yeah, nobody cares about E3, so it doesn't matter. This request from TimTheTatMan is sure to add more fuel to the already raging fire of controversy surrounding the removal of Nickmerc's operator bundle from the Call of Duty games. Whether Activision will honor his request to remove the TimTheTatMan skin remains to be seen, but this latest twist in the debate around Nickmerc's comments makes it clear that this won't be the last that gamers hear about this particular controversy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. They did in fact remove TimTheTatMan's skin in less than 24 hours. So this article has not clearly been updated, but they did in fact remove the skin. The skin is gone. So now Nickmerc's skin and TimTheTatMan's skin is officially gone. And you have all of these show media websites talking about anti-LGBTQIA stuff when it has absolutely nothing to do with that, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody knows who has a brain that this has to do with leaving the kids alone. And again, do I need to show you this picture again? Do I need to show you this picture again for you to realize this is what it's about, people? So at the end of the day, folks, I hope you understand and I hope you enjoyed the message that this video has. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.